I'm joined here by Special Commissioner in Delhi Police, Mr. Robin Hibu. Sir, welcome to ETV Bharat.
Thank you.
We have seen what happened, the latest incident, this Aftab Shraddha incident. There are many youths, many boys and girls from Northeast who stays in national capital Delhi, not only in Delhi, in other metros, and they intend to live in a live-in relationship. What is your view on that?
Look, I am not doing any moral policing. Everybody has got right to live the way they want. But as an elder, as an elder brother from the Northeast, I would only say that, look, this is your life and it comes only once. And once you spoil your life with this kind of, to me, I cannot accept this living relationship without sanctity of marriage. So my take on will be that your parents are far away from you, nobody is watching you, but you have your moral upbringing, sanskar jo aapko diya hai, you must follow it up. Even if you want to fall in love, there is nothing wrong in falling in love. There is nothing love liking somebody. But I would only say, before you jump into for any relationship, you must understand, you must know whether that boy or girl whom you are falling in love, whom you are trying to establish a relationship, have all those ingredients to be your life partner, whether you can adjust with each other, whether he is not a drug addict, whether he is having already some other girlfriend. We have so many cases where our youth have been dumped from airlines, from the corporate sector, from the hospitality sector. We have thousands of cases every year, they have been abandoned, unwedded mother with a kid, especially from the foreign countries, especially from some of the African countries. They are enamored, they are given a unbelievable gift like a iPhone. They were unbelievable wooed by this cunning, I would say, Luciferian lovers. They will, example very jokingly, like, suppose if there's one girl's birthday from the Northeast. At the middle of the night, he will stand and he will be the first to greet. So our girls are more or less, our people are generally gullible. They believe this world is a good place, everybody is like us. But it's not like that. The real world is very, very, I would say, cruel, heartless, and bloodied. So you must be very, very careful while falling in love, while even establishing the relationship. We would like in helping and we advise our youth, TK, even if you want to get married, and we are the witness to the many of our marriage with our other community from other person from the cities getting married. Get involve your parents, involve your parents, get our help, get married in the legally in the civil court, so that tomorrow even if something happened, you are not left on the street. We have so many cases, they have been abandoned, even the parents have abandoned them, then they are left alone, working in a BPO, many of them, they work for a small peanut, and even unfortunately, we have many cases, even HIV fully blown, sending them back home. So this is a very, very critical personal issue, but this personal issue, if you don't handle it properly, if you do not apply your mind, if you do not take a calculative, cool decision, then you can commit a blunder where you have no return, like what has happened in this recent case of Shraddha.
You are from Northeast, you hail from Arunachal Pradesh and sitting in a very important position in Delhi Police. Sir, quite often we see, to pursue their dreams, several youths, boys and girls, come to the national capital, but quite often they become victim of different kind of exploitations. What is your take on that, sir?
Look, many of them, they have a dream. Yes, they come out to the cities. There is a massive migration from the Northeast. There's no doubt in that. And it should be also, because there is a better opportunity for job, for education, for business outside the Northeast. Unfortunately, what you have very specifically said that, yes, they become a victim of many exploitations, so on and so forth. Here I would say, yes, the reason you need to understand why do they come out in such a massive number to the cities. Since we don't have much opportunity back home because of lack of communication, lack of entrepreneurship opportunity, lack of industrial development. So they have to come out, and since there is a lot of, aspirational generation have come up in this recent year. So the reason behind of being in the wrong side or being the victim of the exploitation in the cities is number one. You don't come prepared to face the harsh reality of Jurassic cruel cities in any cities in the country. Reason that most of them either they come for a job like after a short skill training. So many of them they are not aware of the harsh reality of the problem in the cities. Number one. Number two, and they are mostly in the unorganized private sector. And this organized private sector is a lot of vulnerability, a domain where you can be victim of exploitation. Number two is that many of them they are not aware of the language where they have to work. Like you are in Mumbai, you have to need to know Marathi. If you are in Delhi, you need to know it fluent Hindi. If you are in Hyderabad, you need to know Telugu. So as a result, you're not able to adjust, and since you're not able to speak the proper language of that area or of that cities, number one. Number two, and since you are in this lowest rank of the, in the ladder in the employment or in the private sector. So when you are in the lowest sector, lowest in the ladder of the employment, then more or less you are exposed to all kind of exploitation. Third, I would say that our way of living also sometimes it's different from many of the cities they do have that. Most of us we are inclusive in the sense we are only within our notice. We are not able to adjust. We are not able to mix up with the other people of their particular cities. Reason, of course, I can't blame them also. Reason is that most of them in the private sector, like BPOs or even in the malls and other, they are employed in an odd hour. Because of being employment in the odd hour, they are not able to connect with the organizations, with the Baban or with the unions from the community or from the tribe. So they are left out.
Yes, sir. You have rightly pointed out a very vital point, that is language. Quite often we see language has become a barrier in communication between people from northeast and rest of the country, metros. What could be the solution of this?
Look, language, I feel that the skill training need to be really have a overhaul their strategy to give training. Here I would suggest that if there should be some choice or a mandatory, to me, it's my personal view, that if somebody is going out for a job in northern India, better to give them a spoken English in Hindi. If somebody is going to Mumbai, why not give them a training or language fluency in Marathi? So giving a language training is one option, number one. Number two, creating, I would say, incubation training, suppose on the different difficulties and problems we face in cities. That can be also one of the area before you send them out to the cities for the job. And third point, what I would like to say is there need to be follow up by the trainers, by the labor and employment department of the 8 northeastern states to pursue and to follow up whether our boys and girls who are getting job in the private sector, are they being paid as per labor law?
With your initiative, Delhi Police has set up a special cell for Northeast. If we talk about that particular cell, what is its achievement, sir, as of now?
Number one, this is something first of its kind in the country. In any cities, we have a Northeast Helpline 1093. Then we have a special recruitment we have conducted for the Northeast. Now we have more than 2,000 boys and girls from the Northeast. So now earlier there was issue. If you look, you asked the impact analysis. Earlier there was a lot of our boys have to go to the unfriendly police stations where you do not know anybody. Your Hindi is not that fluent. People can't understand what you are saying. Now because of this special cell, now we have 1093. Our own boys and girls are manning this helpline so they can understand from Assamese, from Nagamese, from Arunachal, from Tripura, from Agartala. So that made our people access to the justice system in the hour of crisis, in the hour of need, more accessible, number one. You feel more at home. You can express what you want to say, and it is with empathetic, since the person who is listening to you, who is attending your call, they are from the Northeast. So it becomes more easier for you to get justice and to redress the issue which you face, number one. Number two, since even now our Northeast people are in the police stations, in the PCR, in the control room, and even we have a jockey in charge from the Northeast, from the South Delhi. So all these things make you a more participative. You feel this is also part of like Manipur or Nagaland or Assam. So we feel more at home. And third, yes, there has been visible, discernible, calculative, reduction in the crime against Northeast because of our boys in the police station, because of we have a separate what is called unit of special protection police for the Northeast, and because we have Delhi police has a massive, what is called awareness campaign, even to all the police rank in the police training college, awareness on the issue related to the Northeast.
Do you think that incidents of racial discrimination are still happening against the northeastern people in New Delhi and other metro cities?
No, so far after that Nirotanya's killing, that Debroy committee had recommended many things, so now Bhavan is also actively taking a lot of these recommendations are monitored from the MHA, and even the the Spooner of the Northeast Police Unit. Every day now we are monitoring. So now more or less, yes, there may be. So far, it has reduced almost for a few years. It's almost negligible now. So it is possible only because of the awareness, because of the visibility, because of the prompt action, because of the special recruitment, and all these things. I think now there is a very positive signs in the capital, in other cities also on relating to the what is called to the racial discrimination. In the certain way, during the Corona and other years, there have been some cases of racially discriminated. I can say that many people at a lower level, they are not aware of our diversity of our country. So many of them, they tend to mistake us for a Nepal or from China or from Korea and so on and so forth. And I tell our people, look, if somebody is not well educated, if he has no idea of what is India, if he doesn't know about diversity of India, and if he is illiterate man, then I think we should not take it in a positive way. Yes, if somebody is again and again doing that, yes, police is there, we all are there, women commissions are there, ST commission are there, Bhavan are there, and we all are there to tackle it out.
One last question, sir. Tell us something about your NGO Helping Hand.
This is a NGO by the Northeast successful people, including bureaucrats like from police, from IAS, from foreign service, from forest service, successful businessmen who are doing well in the cities, the lawyers from the different courts. It is a Delhi-based NGO, and this whole idea is to tackle those left out. No, we have an institution to deal any problem relating to the Northeast, but still there are issues like, for example, when a young boy or girl they land at any cities anywhere in the country or even abroad, many a time they are not able to connect back with their community or back home. So they have to lead their life more or less isolated life. So as a result, they tend to have a problem of discrimination, sometimes even exploitation, sometimes apathetic, sometimes, you have no one to look forward when you are alone. So helping and chip in when there is nobody around you, anywhere in the country. We have volunteers all over the country. Even we have volunteers even in abroad, in Singapore, in Dubai, in London, even in USA. So this helping hand is a forum where we chip in to our Northeast people where there is no one is around.
Thanks for talking to us. So it was Special Commissioner of Delhi Police, Mr. Robin Hibu, who share his views on different issues related to the people of Northeast, whether it is exploitation, discrimination, barriers of language and all. Especially he put his thoughts over the recent incidents of Aftab and Shraddha, and his suggestion is to the youths of Northeast is that before taking any final decision, please consult your parents, please consult your well-wishers. This is Gautam Debroy reporting for ETV Bharat from New Delhi.